Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again. And that must mean that we're up here at Gobbler's Knob, waiting for the forecast from the world's most famous groundhog weatherman, Punxsutawney Phil, who's just about to tell us how much more winter we can expect.
Okay, people, where have we seen this narrative before? With over 20 million Spartans joining us so far, we're thrilled to announce that Halo Infinite is the biggest launch in Halo franchise history. Thank you for everyone joining us on the next step in this great journey. More than 20 million players, biggest launch in Halo history. 343 Industries. Reality. Fake news. Reality. Fake news. Reality. So, this is nothing new. 343 have lied about numbers before. And 343 fanboys have lied about numbers before. And we're going to go over all of that right now. So, let's establish from the fanboys themselves, because they believe this shit.
Hey guys, Sean Dubs here. Guys, check this out. 343 has actually just dropped the total player count for Halo Infinite. 343 is saying that over 20
total player count.
million people have played Halo Infinite since launch. Over 20 million. This, of course, makes Halo Infinite the biggest launch in Halo history, like it says right there. As far as I can tell, this means Halo Infinite is probably the most played new shooter that came out in 2021. It's really hard to tell because, like, you know, all these companies hide all their sales statistics and player
Right, so you don't know that.
counts, especially when games are just released. But as far as I can tell, Halo Infinite crushed Vanguard and Battlefield 2042. I had kind of predicted this about a year ago, and in part because Halo Infinite is available on the old consoles and the new consoles, and the new consoles are selling, you know, really, really well. And of course, Halo Infinite is available on PC, which, by the way, I think this kind of shows that the Steam numbers, it's, you know, it's only a fraction of
Sean, you fucking moron! That's concurrent players. That's peak players. You moron. That's fuck all to do with it. Oh, fucking hell. That's concurrent players. That's the highest it reached. Concurrent players, not total players on Steam. That's concurrent. That's what it hit when it first launched. Oh, fucking stupidity of these idiots, man.
the total people playing Halo Infinite. So the highest Halo Infinite ever got on Steam was 270,000. But remember, this is like players online at that exact moment.
Exactly, you fucking idiot. So why are you comparing the two?
On Steam, there must have been, you know, millions of players, but certainly not enough to account for more than 20 million, though.
How do you know that number's even real? At least the Steam numbers are fucking based on something. 343 pulled this number out of their ass. What are you talking about?
Well, the bulk of the players have to be on the Xboxes.
How do you know that? Which Xboxes?
Before, Xbox, you know, basically since its inception has been a Halo box. But in any event, I wanted to just let you guys know about this because I do think it means some
Because you're a fanboy.
good things for Halo.
Good things in what way? Look at the charts! It's over!
Halo Infinite was the biggest launch. I think it's fair to assume that this game made a lot of money, especially with how...
Well, that really helps the people playing it now. That it's dead.
Since it's been such a big launch and has probably made Microsoft so much money, I think they're going to invest the time and effort needed to get Halo Infinite where it needs to be.
No, because you spent all the money on microtransactions buying out the Battle Pass, so now they've got no incentive to put maps in, put co-op in, put firefight in, put Forge in, because you already spent money on cat ears. So why the fuck are they going to spend money to put shit in the game? You already gave them money for putting nothing in the game. You moron.
Also, this is why Halo fans are so passionate about seeing Halo Infinite get the improvements and fixes that it really needs.
You won't get
The
them.
fact is that it's just a very, very popular game. Look at that, more than 20 million people. So
fuck?
Too long didn't read. Halo Infinite had an incredible launch, millions of players. That means that the Steam charts and all those polls and all that, you know, it doesn't account for everyone. The game is definitely not dying. So I think it's worth it to
Look at the graph!
watch as the game
Look at the fucking graph!
So hey, if you want to get more videos like this,
It's not dying!
on top of the news, usually
It's
within
dead!
an hour of anything
It's over!
Halo Infinite. If you like getting videos like
Look at this
drop me a
number!
sub, all right? And hey, that's all I got for now, so I'll talk to y'all later.
Get the fuck out of here! Jesus. Let's pull this apart. Like I pulled apart all the other fucking bullshit ones. Let's pull the other ones apart first. Okay. Halo 5 is the most actively played Halo game. Halo Infinite is the biggest launch in Halo history. Right, okay. Why do these numbers even matter? Okay.
Halo 5 Guardians has outstripped every Halo game since 2007 in monthly active users. Stripped every Halo game since 2007 in monthly active users. Since 2007 in monthly active users. 7 in monthly active users. The active users. 7 in monthly 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 active users. That's even before 7 in monthly active users. That's even before offering the full game as free trial. 7 in monthly active users. 7 in monthly active users. That's which is my favourite last name of 2016. So darn exciting to see. Now, while Dadinsky says he can't offer specific numbers,
Once again, they're not offering specific numbers. They're pulling it out of their ass. Where's the evidence?
He can't offer specific numbers. He can't offer specific numbers. He can't offer specific numbers for a game.
What a fucking surprise. So now I'm going to expose what a monthly active user is. Okay, it's very carefully worded. Monthly active user. So what does it mean? Well, Wikipedia doesn't have jack shit on it. But the second search on Google will bring you to this page. I don't even need to put it in the description. It's there, the top address in the corner, as you can see. And we find that a monthly active user, according to Google Plus accounts, as in YouTube or Google, anything you've signed into using Google, you know, anything on your phone, any service run through Google, right? If you sign in once in a whole 30-day fucking period, you go down as a monthly active user. So what month was this Halo 5 thing where they're saying that monthly active users was high? June? What, you mean when Firefight came out in June? Really? Of course it's going to be high in fucking June. You just released Firefight. People are going to go back and play that shit for free to find out what it is.
There you go. So then there was that's the end of it, right? That's just one. Then we had the 16.5 million Forge bullshit. I won't play crap gamers video because we'll be here all night. This fucking bullshit. 16.5 million players apparently played Halo 5's Forge, even though the game only sold 5 million copies. So where did the fucking 15 million come from? And 343 had never corrected this. Now, obviously, it's wrong, but they never corrected it. So is it deliberate misinformation or what? Because they never corrected it. They may not even made this themselves. It was like a Comic-Con event or something. And then this number started floating around, and 343 just never fucking corrected it. Okay, and then we have delusional fanboys. 60 million fucking pre-orders of MCC. Impossible numbers, right? So this is nothing new in the Halo space. Nothing new whatsoever. Fake numbers, bullshit numbers. This is Halo. The 500 million, that was another one. I haven't pulled that up. 500 million Halo 5 made at launch. Okay? Yeah, but not the game. Just consoles, fucking Funko Pops and all that shit. That made the money. Nothing to do with the game, but they count that as some victory or something. Fanboys do. So Game sold 5 million copies. There you go. Less than all the main Halo games. And now this one's free to play. So, now we've been through all that fucking shit, which I thought was completely irrelevant and had to be fucking said. Let's get back to the front screen. Let's dissect this. So, 343 were using monthly active users, and before that Bungie was using concurrent players. The Steam chart is concurrent players, right? That's what it goes by. This is what was playing an hour ago. This is the 24-hour peak. This is the all-time peak, and this is the graph, right? That is concurrent players. That's what Bungie used to go with, concurrent players, right? That's just Steam. It's not for the whole game, but it's an actual data of concurrent players, and the graph is going down. Why would all the other things, all the other consoles be going up while this one is going down? Or even sustaining a player base while this one is going down? There's no reason for it to be doing that. Because everybody hates the game the same way. PC isn't specifically hating the game over the console. So the console numbers will be going down the same. Obviously. So we had the monthly active users. And they claimed that Halo 5 beat Halo 3 because of monthly active users. But Halo 5 never had the concurrent players that Halo 3 did. So they pulled it right out of their ass. They come up with a number, a false number, to try and say like they won something. Halo Infinite's not beating Halo 3 in concurrent players, never even touched Halo 3 in concurrent players, and neither is Halo 5. So they have to come up with bullshit numbers to try and make out like the game is a success. And isn't this funny that this is happening after they're starting to backtrack, after they're backtracking with the microtransaction store, after they're putting credits in the game? This is backtrack strategy. That's what this is. This is, oh, let's pretend the game is a success and just take it from there. Let's divert, let's draw the attention away from this. Like, oh, over here, look, oh, it's a success. Oh, and what's going on is the game is fucking failing. Why is nobody from 343 coming out and discussing this fucking chart? Because it looks fucking bad. No one's posting this up on fucking Twitter at 343. No one's even discussing this over at 343 on Twitter. But what they will discuss is a fake number that they make up for themselves to make themselves feel better. Talk about SJW nonsense. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at this garbage. 20 million Spartans joining you. Well, let's scale back. Let's talk about everything wrong with this statement. Okay, 20 million players. Well, we assumed the highest was like around launch, right? They ain't got 20 million players playing the game now, not even close. Right? And it's a free-to-play game. People didn't buy this game, so a 20 million launch for a free-to-play game is worthless, literally, because it's free to play. Unless 20 million people bought the battle pass or bought the campaign, or those are numbers where you actually are making money, right? Because that's what video games do. They're for making money, that as a business, right? So 20 million people signing in to a game is absolutely worthless in a free-to-play game. If they sign into Halo 5, then they would have had to have bought the game or be playing on a game that they borrowed from somebody else. But, you know, the majority of people will have paid for the game up front. They would have paid the $60, the £50 to play Halo 5. Most people, right? So when you say Halo 5 sold 5 million copies, yeah, well, times $60 by 5 million, and that's how much money they made, right? Essentially, right? But, you know, everyone, you know, there's cuts there to retail and all that bullshit, okay? But that's how much money was made by the game. 20 million players to a free-to-play game, they made zero. Nil point. Nothing. Not a penny was made out of those 20 million. Facts. Only when those people then go and decide to buy a microtransaction or then decide to go and buy the campaign that is $60, then they make the money. So a 20 million number on a free-to-play game is literally worthless. It means nothing. Okay? That's it. And this isn't a concurrent number, so it doesn't mean like people are still in the game, engaged with the fucking microtransactions and the campaign. These people are gone. Most of them are gone. And that is a fucking fact right there. So this is the most bullshit fake number they've ever come out with. This makes 16.5 million in Halo 5, which was fake. It's even worse than that. This is the dumbest number I've ever seen. Halo 5 beat Halo 3. Yeah, of course it did. And Halo Infinite beat all the other Halo games at launch. Yeah, of course it did. When it was a free-to-play game that came out on multiple consoles, and it came out on the PC, and it still didn't come close to Halo fucking 3. Not even close. In concurrent players. Concurrent players. Who gives a rat's ass if someone signed in for one day? And someone signs in for one day, they're counted in the 20 million. And that's not the half of it, because you've got Game Pass. And Game Pass is something that people have on PC, but they also have Steam. So that every Steam account that signs in and every Xbox account that signs in is going to be counted as a separate user. Because why wouldn't it be? They're not linked in any way. Yet, we even seen on Angry Joe's stream that they were using both. Because they were playing the campaign on fucking Game Pass through the Xbox app, but the Xbox app is fucking trash on the PC. So what people do is they play the campaign for free because they have Game Pass. So they play the campaign on the Xbox fucking app, and then they switch over to Steam and play the free-to-play on Steam because the game's free. They don't have to buy it on Steam to play it on Steam. So this artificially inflates numbers because you've got people signing in on multiple devices. And it's the same person playing. This person will buy a fucking microtransaction, yeah, on one, and then he's got it on both. It's cross-buy, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Steam is a separate thing, but the free-to-play and whatever, it crosses over, right? Or they're using the free-to-play, the multiplayer, over here on Steam, and then they're using the campaign with the Game Pass. Because they don't want to buy the campaign because they already have Game Pass to play other shit. Right? So this inflates numbers. That's doubling the numbers on PC. For anybody that's doing that, I mean, I can't say everybody, because not everybody plays the campaign, and blah, blah, fucking blah, but that is inflating numbers, man. Okay, so the 20 million number means nothing. Concurrent players, even monthly active players, make more sense than the gross number. The gross number is worthless. It makes no sense. They're using the gross number because they can't even match Halo 5's monthly active users, and they don't believe they're even going to match Halo 5's monthly active users with this game. That's a fact. Because if they thought they were going to do that, why would they change the fucking number to a gross number from the launch? There you go. Answer me that one. They changed their own system of doing the numbers because the numbers aren't good enough. They had to come up with a different fucking system of numbers. That doesn't tell you the game's fucking dead, then what does? And you're going to have fanboys reiterate this on every fucking thing now. Every fucking page on YouTube. Every fucking page on fucking Twitter, etc., etc. They're going to be going on and on and on about how this is the best Halo game ever. Yeah, good one. Good one with your artificially inflated bullshit number. Made up fucking numbers by the company. Steam numbers, independent of 343. Look at them. Game is dead. Company says, game is fucking brilliant. Way! Of course they fucking do. Oh dear. 20 fucking million miles. And you know the funny thing is I played this game with two accounts. I played this game with two accounts on the two Xboxes because I didn't know if I was going to do this on my main account. So I've used two accounts on this game. And how many people have got like multiple accounts because it's a free-to-play game? So they have like an account to fucking do one thing on and an account to do another thing on. multi-accounts. Because the game's free to play. You don't have to spend money to play the game. So everybody has it. How many accounts have signed into this game? It's still the same player, but it's multi-accounts. Anyway. Let's go through some of these fucking tweets. Unishek, thank you for joining us in #Halo Infinite and making this such a special time to be a Halo fan. The game is dead. And you know this because you were on Reddit. You shut Reddit down because of the backlash. So you know the game is dead. And why the game is dead? Because nobody liked the microtransaction system. There's one of the big fucking reasons right there. Joe Staten, this pains me, right? This guy I fucking basically idolized when I was younger. And now he's completely fucking sold the fuck out. And it just gets worse all the time, man. 20 million players, 20 years of Halo. That's an amazing way to mark a milestone. An amazing way with the graph like this. Guy who was sat there and said, no co-op at launch. Talk about, selling out, man. Like, sell out Joe. Seriously. We got Sketch with his fucking... It was a big moment, right? Yeah. Huge thanks to all of you. We know we're just getting started. The game's dead. We have plenty of opportunities to go after, but we're incredibly grateful for the support and making this the biggest Halo launch ever. The game was free. That's not support. Nobody supports you if the game is free. They don't support you if the game is free. If you sign into a game that is free to play and check it out, they ain't supporting you. They didn't put any money into the game, so you weren't supported by them. Like, even if this number's real, which you can argue it isn't because there is no evidence of this, there's just this, which anybody can say about anything, ever, and it's just Microsoft saying it, and 343, who lie all the time, as we've already gone over, deceptive numbers, just like this is, deceptive numbers. How do we know this is even a real number? But even if it is a real number, they're talking about the launch. They're talking about day fucking 1 here. Before launch. That's what they're talking about. They ain't talking about now. The game's dead. They ain't talking about 20 million players in general. They're, active users. If it was 20 million active users, that'd be something. Right? That'd be something, right? If you were claiming 20 million active users, right? I wouldn't believe you, but that would be a fucking something, right? 20 million at launch means nothing. Literally nothing. Talk about an inflated bullshit number that means nothing. How to lie with fucking numbers, man. Bonnie Ross, thank you to the fans and thank you to 343. Bonnie Ross is part of 343 and she's thanking 343, but she's in 343. So that's Inception right there. Xbox announced that Halo Infinite is the biggest launch in franchise history with 20 million players to date. Game was free to play. If it didn't have the most players at launch on day 1, then that would have been a fail, right? Because the game's free to play and it's on PC, which Halo never was on PC at launch. And it's on multiple systems, whereas Halo 2 was only on the original Xbox and Halo 3 was only on the 360. Right? Well, Halo 2 came out on PC after, but you know what I'm saying. It didn't come out at launch. Right? This game came out at launch on multiple systems. And it was free to play. So, of course, the day 1 number is going to be higher. Right? But the day 1 number means jack. It's not a concurrent players. It's not even monthly active users. It's not even comparing. They don't compare this to where Halo 5 was at the same time. Or this to where Halo 3 was at the same time. Or this to where Halo 4 was at the same time. They have those numbers. They have them. I know they do. Microsoft fucking has those numbers. So why aren't they comparing those numbers? Because those numbers are higher than this game. If this game was shitting all over Halo 3's concurrent players, you're telling me they wouldn't post that? What a joke. What a joke this game is. Right, so here's Favin, and one thing I will agree with him on here. He said, the worst part is of the fan base that will use this to derail the conversation around criticizing the game. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Yeah, so that's true. But he says, I have no issue with 343 announcing Halo Infinite stats. It's free to play and on more platforms than before, but they got to do it. And then people are going to say, oh no, don't like it, most popular Halo ever. But I put, it's fake news. Where are these numbers? They're not even comparing to their own monthly active numbers, so he hasn't addressed that. Okay. Which can only mean the game has less monthly active users than Halo 5 did at the same time in its life. Because otherwise they'd be going, oh, look at the monthly active users, they're the highest of all time, because they did that with Halo 5. So the monthly active users are lower than Halo 5's. Fact. Prove me wrong. Use some of that Forerunner power and get the real numbers. What's the point of being an insider at 343 if you don't get any fucking picks? Then we got GameSpot. So this shit's making its rounds all over the fucking shitty websites now. Then we got Roni being fucking based here. Not sure this is true, yeah, because there's no evidence that it's true, but even if it is true, max population of 200k versus 1.3 million for Halo 3. So yeah, 1.3 million for Halo 3, 900k for Reach, right? Stop inflating any statistic that makes Infinite look like it's anything but a faceplant for the series. That's what they're doing. He's bang on. They're taking a number that means nothing, and then they're using it to say the game's fucking a success. How? We're comparing a free-to-play game to a game you have to buy. The game you had to buy, Halo 5, sold 5 million copies. Halo 4 sold 8 million copies. Halo Reach sold 9 million copies. Halo fucking 3 sold fucking like 12 to 14 million copies. How many copies did this game sell? Don't know because it's a free-to-play game. Okay. But 20 million people signed into it. Well, it's free, so means nothing. 20 million people didn't buy the game. So, of course, it's going to have a bigger launch than a game that had 12 million sales versus a game that had no sales and was free. So the game should at least equal 12 million day one. Because there's 12 million Halo fans out there, or 14 million Halo fans out there. Then they all play the game, and then after day one, they're like, oh, this game's fucking shit. Whoa! And it's just fucking dead. It's over. That's if this number's to be believed. So, you're going to have inflation with the accounts because of all the fucking hackers with dupe accounts. You're going to have the Steam problem where you've got people Steam and then the fucking PC. You've got people who play on console and PC, so they're going to be playing on PC and on the console, which is, again, two separate accounts because it's an Xbox account and a Steam account. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, man. If a significant amount of people are playing on two different accounts, then it's going to inflate the numbers. This could be thousands of people. Thousands. Maybe 1 million that could be playing on two accounts because the game's free. They're not buying it twice. Maybe they're using one Xbox account for their PC and one Xbox account for the console. Again, inflates the numbers. Numbers that mean nothing. Numbers that are there day one. And after day one, as we can see from the concurrent players, it's all fucking downhill. So how many of them 20 million players are left? Why don't they show us those numbers? How many of the 20 million players are still active? Monthly active users, a number that they use for Halo 5. And they're not using now. Amazing. Just amazing. Feel free to subscribe, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. And, you know, if you see people trying to argue this in comments, just send them this video. Just fill your boots. Don't even try and argue with them because they're obviously fucking deranged. Yeah, so I typed this in earlier, but I accidentally deleted it. You might have seen me do it. So, as you can see, we've got the Arashis fucking talking about it already. Then we'll have the fucking Griffin Gaming wannabes. Then they go, oh, Sony fanboys are triggered over a number that is completely irrelevant, as we've just understood. It's more irrelevant than the active users that was an irrelevant number anyway, because concurrent players is what fucking matters, especially in a free-to-play game where you're going to be trying to sell people shit for the next 10 years. 10 years! They said. And it's not going to last 10 months. It can't. It's over. So, Halo's back in good hands again. Biggest launch in franchise history. Of course it is. Of course it is. PlayStation fanboy reacts to Halo Infinite reaching 12 million players. Again, these Griffin Gaming wannabes. And we're going to see more of these videos. We're going to see more of these videos. There's the Sean W. You paid £20 for white. Oh, brilliant. And then you spent money for the cat ears. And you spent money for the fucking battle pass. And then somebody bought the battle pass out for you. And yeah, you're the ultra minority. Everybody else, just this game sucks. We're not doing that. So yeah, well done. That's a real video right there. That's the reality. And they didn't even lose that. They lost more than that. Way more than that. Because this is only Steam. And they lost more than that already on Steam. And that doesn't include the consoles. Their numbers will be going down on console as well. So yeah, I just wanted to go through the videos we have already with the Griffin Gaming fanboys. And the fucking fanboys in general. We haven't even seen Ubinix video. We haven't seen Hidden Experience video. We haven't seen Atman's video. They're all going to make the same video. Oh, this game's got 12 million sales. 12 million fucking players. You know what I mean? For a free-to-play game. So, in fact, doesn't matter. They didn't make a penny from any of that. Feel free to subscribe, guys. I'll see you later.
I'm sorry? What was that again?
I'm a god.
You're God.
I'm a god. I'm not the god. I don't think.
Only we were playing in split screen. It's a huge accomplishment for the team this year. It's a huge accomplishment for the team this year. It's a huge accomplishment for the team this year. It's a huge accomplishment for the team this year. It's a huge accomplishment for the team this year.
It was a big moment, right?